chase those crazy ballets out of town. Chase those crazy ballets out of a town. I and I build the cabin. I and I plant the corn. Didn't my people before me slave for this country? Now you look me with that scorn. Then you heat up all my corn. We gonna chase those crazy. Chase those crazy. Chase those crazy ballets out of town. Still a little business stop, still little stop, still let up start a little start stop, still little build your penitentiaries. We build your schools. Brainwash education to make us the fools. Hatred you reward for our love. Telling us of your God above.
We're celebrating while we are trying to liberate our consciousness, celebrating the life of Robert Nesta Marley. Them say Marley must be a national hero. What does the I think, Stepa?
National hero.
Yeah.
Bob Marley.
Yeah, what do you think? You laugh.
Because them fight over hero too much, man.
Wait, so them fight the hero?
Yeah, man. Them fight the hero thing too much and it not all no substance. Them just name them hero and then after them hero, them just put them on the money and that's it.
Put them on the money and the money and
then the money loses
and
value.
then they devalue the money.
Yeah.
Wow, what a trauma. So
leave Bob alone, man.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's serious though, you know.
Yeah, man.
It is very serious, you know, because are you going to validate Rastafari?
No,
is that what society is attempting to do? Or that? Can they turn Bob Marley national hero and don't turn Rastafari into a national movement or religion? Or the national religion? Maybe Rastafari should be the national religion, you know.
Christianity.
Hey. Why? Metamorphosis. You hear that? You hear that? This is Black History Month and we have a license to think.
Freedom of speech.
Free. So, you're coming out of the reasoning. The Jamaican island now, which has a 96% African people dominated by Rastafarian culture. Why shouldn't Rastafari be the national religion?
Well, it shouldn't be.
Yeah, why shouldn't it be? This is a question being put out because maybe it ought to be.
Usually, the best always become the last.
Why? That sounds like a Christian doctrine.
No, the Christian.
That's like a Bible doctrine.
Look on it, man. Look on it.
Right, what do you mean? The first shall be the last. I'm kind of talking.
Yeah, look on it now. From when me little bit ago at school, you know, Rasta thing did I trod the earth.
Yeah.
Deep and not even the food. Okay, if your mother catch you eat little Rasta food, in trouble.
What a thing.
If you say no one of salt on your food, in problem.
You're like you're going off.
You're going off.
Yeah.
And now it's a big thing. You can't even afford to eat this food now.
Where it get too expensive.
All the brown rice, you have so much of brown rice now.
Yeah.
Brown rice, so them never want.
We never want, no, it become most expensive. And the white rice that is now sickening become cheap.
And them just start to sow the rest of them, them take too many years.
And perhaps the same thing happening with the ganja issue now, eh?
Yeah, man. America go run with it and make all of the money.
I think Canada is already running.
Yes.
And somehow it gives the impression that those who govern are really afraid of the very poor achieving wealth.
That's discrimination.
Yes, it's a very serious way that the whole country being held ransom because of a fear that everybody can become wealthy. But that should not be the situation.
The wealthy know too much power. And then the rich man is so powerful again.
And the things spread out more.
Yeah.
You know, and there are those who are out there who simply want to control and have more.
If you notice now, the class thing I cut now is like, you remember you used to have the upper class, upper middle class. It's like the upper middle class and then you know, it's like
everything fading out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Serious thing. So into our expose and our own selves now. So we're really talking about this whole notion of black because we talk about black history and black history at the same time. Deep in our collective unconscious mind, I think there's this fear of black. The whole construction of negativity and evil that has been attached to the idea of black. Now, when you look into the rainbow stepper, we see hues. You know that those are what we call the hues?
Yes. No black. Is
Yeah, there ain't no black. So what go on?
too powerful.
Yes, well, what then is black if it is not a hue?
What is black?
Yes, if it is not a hue.
What we are being told. It's a color. It must be a color.
But it can must be, no, apparently it's something else.
So you
look
tell
like
me,
it look like it's something else.
No, because I don't know what to classify it as.
All right, no, see that thing, you know. So listeners, I will put the eye them working it out, you know, because ultimately, no, working out our own definition.
Of black.
Yes, of ourselves. We have to work out our own definition because for too long, others have told us what black mean. And part of the education system is not just from the state, but from the church. And on the plantation, religious education became almost more crucial than normal school. Yeah, man, you had to go to Sunday school.
Yeah. If
More
you,
than,
if you don't go to school during the week.
You have to go to Sunday school.
And you have the shirt, the one shoes that have to go to church, you know.
Sunday best. So what was the education of that school? What was the curriculum?
Of the Sunday
the
school?
Sunday school.
Learn the Bible verse, them.
Who were the teachers? Educated people?
Yeah. Well, they were like pastors, wives,
Yes.
and probably teachers from the regular school.
Yeah, no necessarily no bigger brain than you. Right? So this Sunday school thing, you know. You used to go?
Yeah, I used to go, man, and learn.
Then I used to love it.
And go up and learn with Bible verse and say it and get prize.
Recitation.
Yeah, man.
And feel bright.
Yeah.
Why Jesus will love you. Right? I feel love, not true.
And everybody, Lord, you're bright.
Yeah, brighty. All right.
Yeah.
So now, in this framework of education now, when I'm tell you about black, you ever hear anything good about black in that education system? The
Nothing
church,
black, not
the
too
Sunday
good.
school thing.
They used to say nothing black, not too good.
Make a look point again. Because that's a serious place. You know? Serious place. This is where a lot of the programming and the washing of the brain took place.
Yeah.
You know, this wasn't about maths and English and geometry. This is about tampering with your
Skin color.
and your cosmology, how you view the world, your systems of belief, the fears, your anxieties. Them just drill it in a way. And one of the most critical thing that we should be always afraid of was Satan. Not true?
Yeah. Satan.
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 But when him look, what was his color?
Yeah, no, me never hear about Satan. Red. Me always see red signify the devil.
You never see no other impression of Satan yet.
No, me never really.
Well, when me that you, me always see Satan as black. With a red fork.
Yeah, probably the red fork, I remember. But me know it's Satan did have some red.
Red in him. What's that thing, eh? Not white. You ever say white Satan?
No, Satan not come white.
Why not?
You mad?
Oh, you mean my man? What you mean you was asking me, my man?
You know, look horrifying and, you know, the black.
The black more dreadful.
Yeah, man. No, it's a black.
Wow. Evil. So you say I said today, you know, present even today, people on the plantation, them still fear embracing the notion of black. Because somewhere in them psyche, there's this connection to this notion of the source of evil and death and destruction.
So why you name black?
Well, you see, my black now, my black do have no seeing it, you know.
Why? That's what,
because there's no lack.
There's no what?
There's no lack. Run the song, fam. The music, yeah.
No.
You don't get that one there. Alright, go on and think about it. There's no lack in black. Because the sea is out.
Okay. So the LAC gone.
The C gone out of the lock. Yeah, so it is black with no lock.
But
So it's just a
the
totality.
LAK can be black too.
It is black. But
Black,
it is black. but
black,
No,
I
it is
mean,
not. Yeah, there's no.
LAK can be black too.
But BLAK is not black without.
BLAK
Yeah,
is black,
it's black
without
the C.
Okay.
Which means there's no lock.
Okay. Oh. Get it.
It's alright.
Alright.
It's alright. It's alright. You say LAK is still locked. It's alright.
Yeah, because it's true.
Yeah, but the BLAK.
No, but without the
Without the
C.
C.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I move out certain things.
Just trying to understand.
Overs.
Overstand.
Of course, I want to hail up Splash 94.3 FM out there in New Jersey, locked into the Metamorphosis and Styles FM. Hail about the Jubian, Q and all the boys. I hope I want to, can't recall all of them names still, but give thanks, forget the text, and you're broadcasting to 13 cities in the New Jersey area. So say hail up to all the ones and ones who are listening on their various devices. Hail to the people in Florida, people in California, the people in New York, Queens, Brooklyn, the various spaces. Of course, hail to the man them down under. See Encourage Red? Yeah, we know say I don't under. Just don't drop off. Yeah, Metamorphosis coming through to you live in Living Red, Green and Gold. Metamorphosis continuing here with the meditation on ourselves. Oftentimes, we're not motivated to investigate ourselves because sometimes the feeling is that we really begin in a state of enslavement because the education system gives black people the feeling that we never exist before the birth of Jesus. And in that period of time when we did exist, we were cannibals and we were coming out of a sort of cave condition. I don't know about no cave in Africa, I don't know about no cave in Africa. I know that Africa have sunshine and vegetation. So I don't know about no hunger in Africa. So the meditation about Africa being this place of barbarism and cannibalism is just a reflection of Europe. It's a mirror that has been projected, yes, to wash our brains. So Stepper, we always look upon one more aspect of blackness, or so you may think.
Okay, let me hear it.
So now, there is a situation sometime when things are bleak and dreary. We say, boy, conditions are black.
Grey.
Yes,
It's a grey day out there.
It's a grey day out there, and at the same time, when you find oil, them call oil black gold,
Yeah, black gold, black coral, black, yeah.
Yeah, so guess what happened now? There's a next side now that them not telling you about black, There's a high energy side to black that they don't tell you about. Yeah. So for example now, there are things called black holes.
Black holes?
Yes.
What is that?
Out in space.
Oh.
These are large areas of energy that
Pockets.
that suck in all types of energy and don't release the energy. So when you suck in light, that's why you get blackness, you know.
Oh,
Yes.
too
when
much light.
No, not too much. All the light has been absorbed.
And then it becomes
Black.
Oh, so
It's
you shine so bright, so till the light is so bright.
Because really, you know, light is really, as I was saying earlier, it's not something white, you know. Light is natural.
Right,
remember talking about light.
Look
So-
at the bulb, yeah.
Okay, so like even water now, what color would you put to water?
Clear.
Natural.
Naturally clear, yeah, natural.
Yeah, you wouldn't say clear.
Yeah, because
It does natural.
transparent.
Yeah, so
yeah.
blackness and water are natural properties of the creation process.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea of black being energy is a reality in science because black really holds energy.
Question though. When we look a bit, them say the black sand beach, them not good. Just the white sand. But both be a black sand beach.
Yes. And you make you wonder how about you have black sand beach.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you say
and
because
parts of Portland dispersed differently.
Yeah. But it's because of the education system, white is right. And white is beautiful.
Yeah.
So who want to go to a black sand beach?
I do.
I do too. Yes, but the education system encourages you to go to white sand beach. Eh?
Yeah,
The sand is
black, but the water
is
warm.
That is coming out of Cassidy, you know. First time when you go to Cassidy like that.
Yeah, man.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Metamorphosis.
Yeah, man.
Light of the place got to be. Hey, it's a scientist. What are we a scientist, you know? What are we a scientist? Black sand, warm water. That's so logical.
Black sand.
White sand,
warm.
cool
So what
water.
I tell you say?
White sand,
The-
cold water. You ever
So
go sand,
the black
sand,
man
sand?
have a warmer heart.
Well, he is a little son. We soon get to that now, you know. Him is a son.
You see?
A S-U-N, you know.
S-U-N definitely.
Yeah, because of the energy that we store in our skin.
But why the black sand produce the warm water?
Heat, because it releases heat. It's energy, you know.
So the heat, that is the same heat what coming in the
Come on.
pocket out of space, the same thing where they pull in
Yeah.
that energy there,
Yeah.
come right back to the
comes back
sun.
out, yeah.
And that is showing you, that just prove what you just
what,
said.
what we're talking about, how
Yeah.
the energy is stored, you know.
Yeah.
And even a battery is a black. It's something. It's a black. Black really holds energy,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why they say, no, when they play cricket, they don't dress in black.
I'm just in other
Why?
colors and
Because
white.
the white
yeah.
reflects the light. So white don't absorb light, you know. So
It ref-
people who are white skinned can't absorb sunlight. That's why them get skin burned.
And so much cancer.
Yeah, and the cancers.
Yeah. So
Because
the black man in the sun, you know, hear them have them cancer.
no, because we
and
absorb
the
the
white
sunlight.
man have to use skin black.
Yeah, to block out the
Yeah,
radiation.
sun black thing, yeah.
Yeah, we absorb the radiation and hold it. But guess what happened? We let it go too, you know. You know when? You don't know when we release it? I soon tell you when we release it. I soon tell you when we release that energy.
From the west of the miracle to the east of the miracle river. Here's the hottest Java.
Metamorphosis continuing with Dr. Iman Black and in studio, Stepper. That's the essence of the female. Well, you know, there are some people out there talking about, anyway, we didn't reach this yet. But we're going to come out of this segment of I Word Sound and Power by just looking a little bit more closely at this blackness issue. Because Jamaica is an island with 96% people from Africa. It's still not considered to be a black island, a black nation. There's still a problem with identifying the nation as a black nation. To Iman, there's a feeling that it is too empowering for the population to recognize that it is their blackness that is the center of the place, meaning even the economy. So, to say that we are a black country, perhaps Marcus Garvey, in his time, when he was saying those things, people run him out of the country, you know. Them tell them, say, them not in a race talk.
But out of many one people, that the confusion there. That means it's not a black country. Because it's out of many one people.
So, or you interpret that? Out
so
of
that
many.
means it's not a predominantly black country, because it is many nations that combine together to make this Jamaica
Okay, so this is the idea of this kind of multi-racial thing.
That's why them afraid to just accept being a black.
So the motto then is a problem.
Part of the problem.
Part of the problem.
Yes.
So what do you think the motto should really say? Maybe out of one, many.
The motto.
Yeah, maybe out of one, many.
Out of one, many.
Yeah,
yeah probably.
Yeah. And
turn
one,
it around, yes.
Yeah,
and the one
really is the
black,
majority.
the black man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we can transform the thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if we think it out. Serious thing. So in the liberation process, you know, we have to see the importance of symbols and mottos and those things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And if we hold on to those things, as much as we become educated, we still get held back.
Yeah.
Because psychologically, you're still not free. It's like
you taught one thing, but then same thing them teachers when you go down, they get confused when the
same thing. So you don't really move, you know.
No.
But time goes on.
Yeah.
So you're getting older, you know, and you're getting more enslaved.
And you're gridlocked.
And you're more locked into the thing, you know. So we're thinking that mottos now are important things to explore. You know what the police motto is?
Serve and protect.
And guess what? That reverse too. It should really be to protect
and serve.
And serve.
Yes.
But so this is why they don't protect the people.
Because them serve first.
And who are they serving, you think?
Themselves.
No.
The queen?
Yeah. You can lie. It's Her Majesty. Yeah, they're serving Her Majesty.
The queen.
Yeah. Serious thing, you know. And then now the queen have some representatives here called Governor General and Custos and the Crown, and they own all the land of black people.
Even the Justice of the Peace is part of the colonial
control system. So the liberation that we want out of this emancipation, it not started because we don't own the land.
No, we own the land.
Oh, and the Crown control the land.
No, man, we'll get. In the year, Prime Minister said she want to leg of them things, you know.
That's what she has said, but that she don't control the plantation. She was elected. She don't control the plantation.
Well,
she can't finance nothing upon this place here. Because who control the place? Who control the money?
True.
Not true.
True.
Yeah, so make her wake up now to how the plantation really run. Is the money run the plantation?
No.
And which one of the groups out of those many, one of many, have the money? Who have the money? Them tell us out of many one, right?
Out of the many one.
Yeah,
Which are the out of the one?
Yeah, who have the plenty money?
Not the black man.
Not the black people
not
at all.
Man.
So how that?
Yeah, man. More the Syrians.
And them other kind of people.
Yeah.
So the matter now work.
Out of many one, out of one many.
Yeah, we have to begin to see ourselves as the one who are really the men. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's a thought process that sometimes we don't investigate. So just like the youth who join the police force, they never think about it yet. They must go serve.
Them just want a job.
Yeah, they must go serve.
Them not love it, you know. Them just do it for, yeah.
You understand? So if a youth in the force now listening and understand what we're trying to say, you have to begin to become less brutal. You know, you're dealing with now with the citizens.
And serve.
Yes, try and protect the people first. Yeah, transform the thing and the meditation.
And to turn it round.
Yeah, and there's enough more things we want to turn around. Like for example, them table say the basic needs: food, clothes, and shelter.
Yeah.
In that order.
Food, clothes, and shelter.
Yeah, and me I say no. Me
Shelter.
say shelter first.
Yes.
Is this enough things reverse?
When you have a shelter, then you're more relaxed now. You think about the food
and you can dress and all that.
Yeah.
So how Rome works so? You know, so everything I'm giving you the reverse.
Yeah, man. Because it's a confusion again. The black man.
See, next time I ever set a youth, I start teaching the alphabet from Z to A. Yeah. Same letters, you know? Yeah, same letters. Metamorphosis continuing into Afrocentric, we're into Alkebulan, our story. And more time, we have to continue looking at our story from our perspective. It's all about points of view. And points of view vary. And respect must be given to points of view. Each individual has an individual perspective. And we call that perspective a point of view. So if we recognize now that on every shoulder, there is a world. Yeah, man, that may also to them know. On every shoulder, there is a world. And within that world are experiences and hopes and attitudes and look a way of how each person sees the universe. So everybody has a perspective. Now it doesn't make a difference, should make a difference whether the next person's perspective is equal and along the same line of agreement. because they're looking at a different pair of eyes from a different experience, sometimes with different expectations. So we have to develop a certain level of what they're going to call tolerance to points of view. Rastafari has a point of view. Enough people respect the point of view, particularly those who are not in Jamaica. You see, those who are in Jamaica now, it's pure oppression and discrimination. Because the points of view of Rastafari are not really in line with the colonial ways of thinking. There are some similarities, of course, because of the texts that everybody has been exposed to. What is the interpretation now? Is our point of departure. How do we interpret language written by the colonialists with their deceptions and metaphors and similes and synonyms, words that have the same sound and different meaning, and words that have the same meaning with different sound, and a whole bag of confusion? How do we arrive at a perspective that is balanced and realistic and liberating towards the African movement? So in this section now, Alkebulan, which is the name called by the continent before the Europeans got there. Alkebulan means land of the blacks. And we sometimes forget and call ourselves Africans. And we call ourselves Ethiopians and Egyptians. All those are names that were given to us by the Europeans. They were simply trying to describe one thing that they saw. What do you think them say? Black people. And in that blackness now is the property of the melanin.
Yeah.
That the blackness is not really a condition of the sun. Enough people think that because the man of the sun why them black,
No.
It's more scientific and deeper than that, It is really the sun connecting with certain organs in the brain of black people. Now we all have a brain. Or do we? Or do we? Anybody out there do have a brain? Serious question, brethren. Because the education system tell you say you have 5 senses.
Yeah.
What are the 5 senses? Tell me, Stepper.
Smell.
Yeah.
Touch.
Yeah.
Feel and touch.
Well,
Taste.
yeah.
Hearing.
Right.
And
sight.
Sight, yeah.
So them say seeing, hearing, smelling, touching, tasting. Right?
Yeah.
That is what is standard, with 500 years and more. They might teach you this, right? No. Them tell us every sense we have connected to an organ.
Yeah.
So if you have 5 senses,
And you have so much organ.
so they must say you have 5 sense organs.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that you have an organ for sight. Yeah, you use your eyes.
Your eyes.
You have an organ for smell,
Nose.
taste.
Mouth. So the face, the organs basically coming from the face.
So except for feeling. So what do you use and feel?
Oh yeah, feeling are the only one way.
Where you use and feel?
If
Where you use and feel?
Oh, yeah, for real.
For real.
For real.
All right, we'll soon come
Yeah.
to that. We'll soon come to that.
Black my story. Black my story. Not his story. Black my story. Black my story.
Also, I want to hear the brethren in Chicago. The texter. I can't say that brethren, because it could very well be a sister. It could be other couple, could be other group of people.
yeah.
But the brethren say, him locked in under 8 degrees. Whoa, what me can visualize that? Below. You mean below 0?
Below 0.
No, not at all. Minus, you never say you could have minus numbers. You know, you have minus numbers.
We do that in a school.
And
in
it
a
count.
maths.
Minus numbers and it count, I don't want them halfway. Want them halfway. Brethren, just stay locked in and hold a meditation of the Almighty Son.
With
Yeah,
some
man.
black sheet.
Yeah, man. Within thy meditation and serious things, I hope you have a nice friend here who have a complementary gender because things that go wrong nowadays, you know. I kind of same thing I mix up, you know. So we have to be careful what we say. Yeah. So, Alkebulan and the people who are black and the powers of their. You ready for answer, man?
How feel?
How you feel? How you feel? What you use and feel?
It's a sense.
Yes, a sense of the organ, but which organ you use and feel?
Which one of them?
Yeah.
Boy.
Check yourself fast, you know,
The
because
feel
time I run out.
everywhere, all part of my body.
So what you call
feel
that?
it.
What you call it all parts of your body?
Nerve.
No, man,
Nerve
which
and
organ? But
skin.
bingo. Bingo. So it's the skin now.
Yeah.
That we use and feel.
Yeah.
All right. So we cover the 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
But we not touch the most important sense yet.
Which one is that?
I
Understanding.
No, but there's some people don't have none. Them brain, no.
Understanding
No, the brain, just the brain itself, you know. The brain itself is the sense organ.
Yeah.
So that understanding that way.
Without the brain.
There's nothing to, you can't
nothing.
develop understanding.
Yeah.
And you can't get the insight, and you can't get intuition, and no intellect, and no imagination, and all the powers.
Nothing.
That's supposed to come from the eye. But the education system don't tell us that the brain is a sense.
No, they don't.
They don't.
Yeah, so what is the brain? Just the brain.
So that's why enough people don't know them have a brain. No, me I tell you that it's true.
I'm on black. The most.
No, but it's true. Because if you don't know. You have a head.
But the brain must be in the head.
No, they don't know what is in there. They don't know what is in there.
True.
Because don't make I ask you how yours working. I ask you, can't struck a word going in the no. You see what I mean?
No, not going there.
Yeah, you're going, you might have some issues now, you know? Because we don't know what's in our head. And realistically, they have put stuff in our head. They have put stuff in our head through the education system and through the religious system.
Mm-hmm.
So when we return now to concepts of our blackness, what has been put in us is that black is despicable, is a symbol of hatred. It is death, because when people go to funerals, they don't dress in white, you know. White is for marriages.
Mourning.
You see when me married again, a full black wedding, you know. True, you don't know. No, run it there. Serious.
Mama Africa, Mama Africa, am I coming home? Am I coming home? Hello, Mama Africa, how are you? I'm feeling fine, and I hope you're fine too. Hello, Mama Africa, how are you? I hope when you hear these words, your grace turn blue, grace turn blue. I'm saying these words to let you know how much I care, and I won't let go, even though we're oceans away. You're with me day by day. Memories of you keep flashing through my mind. The very thought of you make my time. Hello, Mama Africa, how are you? I'm feeling fine, and I hope you're fine too. Hello, Mama Africa.
Yes, the metamorphosis continues. We are still in our segment, Alkebuland. Alkebuland is the ancient name for the land of the blacks. And the blacks I am selling to the item now is not a matter of being burnt by the sun. It's a sun that is activating the pineal eye, opening the gland that is in the center of the brain. You know, so them don't even teach about the pineal gland in the universities, in the medical school. Them tell us that the highest gland in the body is the pituitary gland. And yet above that is the pineal. But because white people don't have it, them don't teach about it. No matter you. It's in the music. 95% of Caucasians have what they call a calcified pineal. It no work. So they are not connected to the sun and the rhythms.
Of this.
You see, that's why them behave so.
And that's why them can't stay in the sun.
They know they can't. The sun to them knows hell.
Yeah.
So that's why to I as a black man, hell could never be hot.
The sun is
Yes,
the
sun for me is heaven.
Yeah.
So the religious teaching now.
But have we been taught that hell, a fire go burn you?
Yeah, but it's the ice cream freeze you in a hell for black people. But when freeze.
Because them teachers say hell is
Yes.
this place where fire burn you.
For him. For the white people. But that is true. For the white people.
Them get fire.
Yeah,
and the
but
black
we have
man get-
internalized your teachings and start believe it. That we think now so heaven is something that is cool.
and
And hell is somewhere that is hot.
But it's, I think it's really is. I believe it right now.
When they say living, what do you mean? Tell me what you mean.
Living it as existing.
Yeah.
I think that's how you live and how you exist. That's hell, my hell.
Okay, right here on this planet.
Yes.
But so many people trying to leave the planet to find this place.
But nobody never come back and tell us.
Nobody do even leave. There's nowhere else to go. Where else to go? Eh?
Nobody never yet
Yeah.
come.
So
yeah.
the deception and the teaching make us be unconscious of ourselves. But the notion of having our identity as people of black people, right? There are some black people now who came out of the continent. They were called Moors. Moors. These black people now, they say they're located primarily in the region of Morocco and Tunisia, Northern Africa. And these black people took unto themselves I wouldn't say take unto themselves, they had their religious identity of being Muslims.
More?
Yeah, the Moors. Now, these Muslims, these black people, these Moors, we know that they were really the creators of Spanish culture. The Moors built Spain. The Moors built France. Put institutions in France, put roads, put universities, libraries, put all those things in Spain. Well, what is interesting too is that the same Spanish who came to Jamaica under Columbus and Ferdinand and Isabella, on their ship were several navigators who were Moors. Because it's really just the Moors who taught Spanish that the world was even round. Remember the Europeans thought the world was flat? You remember them teaching that?
Christopher Columbus.
Yes, so before Columbus time, now in the 1200s, 1300s, the white people thought the world was flat.
And them got
They might go drop off
yeah.
and dragons and things where eat them. Right? The Moors and the Africans and the Chinese had circumnavigated the earth long time. So they knew about sailing. They knew that the world was a sphere. So when Isabel and Ferdinand conquered the Moors, because they finally defeated the Moors at a battle called Granada.
Spanish.
Yeah, Spain overcome the Moors. The Moors ruled Spain for like 500 years or more.
Wow.
Black people, you know. Black people. When we get our education here, we don't know about the Moors. When we hear about the Europeans coming to Africa to take us out and bring us into this West. The Moors now also were some of the first Africans to go to Haiti.
Okay.
So the Haitian Revolution was inspired by Moors. Toussaint Louverture, all them money was Muslims.
Yeah.
These were Muslims, and that's why I say them kill off the Europeans and drive them out and could set up a free independent state for black people in Haiti. So I'm telling you about the Moors
Why
now.
Haiti suffer so much?
Yes, and Napoleon said that forever Haiti should always be held back. Black people should never be given a chance to project themselves that kind of way again. We in Jamaica now, we disconnect from Haiti because we say them is the source of all problems. We say Haiti have germs, Haiti have AIDS. Yeah. So we disconnect from our own blackness. The Moors now landed in Portland.
Oh.
The Moors control the hills. Because Nanny was a Moor.
Nanny,
Nanny of the Moors.
African.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Muslim. So the Muslims have been here on this island before even the Christians came. And when the Muslims fought the Christians, them call it the battle between the Maroons and the British.
Oh, okay.
So this place here have a story that I and I have to,
Portland.
yeah, we have to construct a story.
Yeah, make it right.
Make it right, make it know that Nanny didn't come, the town name was named after any Englishman named Moore. I went to
More, cause more town, you get the like it name of a white man.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something now, my sister. I went to the university campus of Mona last week. I was having the same discussion with two of my colleagues, and they were telling me that there's an Englishman named Moore. And I said to them, give me evidence. Them tell me that what I am saying is oral tradition. I said, well, what you saying is also oral.
Yeah.
But the white man tell your next man and then write it down.
Yeah. It's true.
Yes, yeah. So I'm saying, oh, what is preventing us from rewriting it in our way? Yeah, metamorphosis. And a lie.
Styles FM, you're my number one.
How we do the killing.
Tune for Tune is on this and every Saturday, 12:15 to 12:45 inside of Smooth Sailing. Brought to you by DIB Hardware, St. Margaret's Bay, Buff Bay, and Port Antonio. Tell you what, DJs and selectors, you'll be able to play live on Styles FM. Tune for Tune. Get more details. Call 993-3358 or 804-7072.
We have them under order. Them can't cross the border.
Come celebrate our African heritage at Phyllis Hinting, Sunday, February 16 at Somerset Falls, Hope Bay, Portland. Gates open 10 a.m. Special guest, Brian percussionist Damed Houye from Senegal. All day drumming session. Food, fashion, craft, storytelling, poetry, Kumina, Mentor, Naya Bingi, African music by Muta Baruka. Admission $800 adults, $300 children. Sponsored by Jamaica Tour Sport, IWFM, Stars FM, Raymond Dance, Somerset Falls, Lifespan, DC Arts Commission, and Liberty Hall.
Planning a party, club night out, stage show, a gospel concert, or even a business sales event? Let Styles FM be a part of your promoting tool. Take advantage of our low-priced promotion packages with commercials, interviews, giveaways, reviews, and much more. We have special offers when you mix and match and bundle your options. Contact us at 876-286-9216 or 439-5160. Styles FM for the most effective way to exploit your marketing dollar.
Oh yes, you can. Be your own boss. Buy digital phone cards wholesale from the Source Card Center and resell them for a profit. It's the job that's easy, convenient, flexible, and you're the boss. Buy digital phone card wholesale from the Source Card Center and resell them for a profit. Conditions apply. Get started today. Visit or call us at 173 Mountain View Avenue, Kingston 6. Telephone number 978-3119. That's 978-3119. Source Card Center.
Yeah, Metamorphosis continuing. We have a question on the text. Seppa, what the person on the text saying?
Why angel cake is white and devil fruit cake is black?
run that question again.
Why angel cake is white and devil's fruit cake is black? The name angel fruit cake.
Yeah.
White.
White.
And why devil's
black.
fruit cake is black?
That's coming from
the name.
Let me see first. Who's the text now? That is Peter Mackenzie.
Why
Peter Mackenzie? Yeah, some things. So waiting about that.
Why?
Yeah,
it's a white man world.
Is it?
When it names so, but then
is it really a white man world though?
Hear this now.
Which one tastes better?
The devil's food cake tastes better. I not like angel cake because it have too much egg in there.
Aye.
And it's too light.
Fluffy. They have no somewhere fluffy.
I don't know about heavy though.
Angel's supposed to fluffy.
But answer the dark. The fruit cake now, like
solid.
Nice, you see?
Solid.
Yeah, man,
it's
solid
black.
and and
it's
firm.
Black. It's firm.
When you lift it,
the density
to it.
The
angel cake just
fluffy.
Yeah, and
but angels
light.
are supposed to be light, flying white wing with white wing. You ever say angel? You ever say black angel yet?
Not name, sir.
No, it's what I mean. But I always say black and red devils.
Yes.
And you see the imagery now, black and white.
But the only time you see white and it look one way, you know, the KKK, them.
What you know about the KKK?
I don't know nothing about them, and I'm going to see them, but there's some real atrocities too.
Yeah, the KKK, but you know, say it's an organization will defend them whiteness.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're not afraid
and
to
when
tell
them when them not like something, them goat feet, them in them white, and them show
and them white
that
hooded.
is the only time where you see them in a white and white signify evil working and it
But
look
to them,
alright.
but to them, it's a good work. Them
It look, yeah, me say it look alright.
Look alright.
So Angel Kate no white, like
So-
the KKK.
So why we think so the devil have a black then? Why the devil have a black? Why the devil couldn't be a Chinese?
Of too much light.
Why the devil couldn't be a Chinese? Why the world must be always viewed between black and white? Why? Oh, we leave for the Chinese people all the while. You see, we have to careful how we analyze this world now, you know.
Yes.
Because the Chinese, there are a billion people and more with a great
Asian.
amount of power.
Yeah.
And we always going as though it's just we and white people. in
Black
the
and
world.
white in the
Yeah.
struggle, yeah.
And them love that, you know. White people love that. You see, when we start realize now, say, them are not the issue.
But even the people them down in Iran and them people there,
Yeah.
the different people them the two
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
A black, but them
it's
classified as
people,
black,
black
yeah.
people, right. And you see, what really make the difference is just the melanin. Because those people have melanin in them skin.
And the white people them not have it. So
Mrs.
them
String.
vex about that, so.
It causes hatred, you know. It causes vexation because in the reality, it gives us a greater capacity to survive.
Yes.
And it gives them a less ability. So interbreeding is important for white people, you know.
Yeah.
For survival, getting the strength of the DNA of black people to keep them going. It's a real thing, you know. It's a real thing.
Yeah.
Them
yeah.
into isolation, but them see the need to have a mix.
With the black,
Yeah,
that's
to
right.
keep themselves
yeah.
going. At the same time, you know, enough white women come to Jamaica to find black man just for that, you know.
Always, yeah.
And we have the thing.
Very superstitious, writings on the wall. Very superstitious, letters about to fall. 13-month-old baby broke the looking glass. 7 years of bad luck, good things in your past. When you believe in things that you don't understand, and you suffer.
Yeah. We're deconstructing the mythologies and the allegories and the fables and the nursery rhymes in this segment of the Metamorphosis. Of course, belief systems have been given to the enslaved, while the knowledge systems are held on by the owners of the plantation. The planter class is driven by knowledge, and they give the slaves beliefs to hold on to. Beliefs, of course, we know we can change a belief overnight. Can get up tomorrow morning, and we don't believe we will believe tonight. Simple as that. Just don't believe no more. But you see, when you have a knowledge, you can't get up tomorrow morning and don't know again. Yeah, you just can't, it just don't work like that. What you know is what you know. What you believe is temporary until you come to know. So, within the segment now, we challenge and we explore the things that we have been given to believe. Oftentimes, without the strength to question. Because I remember now, you know, back I said, don't ask no question. No question. Worst of all, God business. Don't question
it.
God business. Lightning bolt for you. Instant death, hell, and all them blazing fire and bottomless pit. Hey, you ever prayed for dropping in the bottomless pit? You ever think about the bottomless pit?
Never think about
I
it.
always think about it. You see, the system where I grew up in, the early church, is the wickedest one, called the Catholic. Why am I tell you? Then put you through some things, you know.
Bottomless pit.
Yes, man. And the dreaded, you know. Dreaded fear, you know. But here we get past the fear, you know. It's the side say, all right, bottomless pit. All right, you will jump in the pit there. And I realize now, say, if you don't have the bottom,
You can't drop. You can't.
there's no dropping. So,
you can't drop none at all.
so after a while, you actually start moving. After a
You
while,
have to fly.
Yeah, you start moving because
You start to fly.
yeah. Well, I say to myself now because it's a pit and I'm going down. My movement will continue going down with no ending. So after a while, I can realize I'm not even moving.
Because you're not going
I'm not going anywhere further. Yeah, man. That's what I say. Hold on. Me out of the pit there. Yeah, man. Because it's time, you know, and it's the mind and the working on your fears. You know? So even
Still fear.
it's fear. It's fear control you. And once there's fear, there's doubt. And if there's doubt, there's no trust. So the black people generally know we say we don't trust one another, you know.
Instill fear and
Yeah,
mess
because
with
we're
you.
fearful
Yeah.
and doubtful of each other.
Fear.
So how can I trust you? It will never work.
Yeah.
So I'm here, your program talking about trust and everything, you know? But this is the psychological fears.
Yeah, about the
that hold-
fear.
yes.
The fear we're instilling in
Yes,
you as
it's
for you to
hard
develop
for you to-
trust.
Aye. Even though you know it intellectually.
Yeah.
But you can't move to it because there are
yeah.
blockages. So now, the greatest thing I think that is thrown on the black people is the fear of Satan, Lucifer,
Lucifer, the devil.
the devil again. And that imagery now of Lucifer. Is it ever female?
Wow. Never thought of that one there.
Hey, always
But
money.
Satan look like a little short man.
A little man.
Yeah, a little man have a look. You know, like it,
But
you don't have on a shirt.
yeah, but show him pets.
6-pack.
yes. Because Satan sexy, you know. So
Yeah,
that's
you
so
have
that's
a
it.
nice.
Remember, sir, him tempt Eve, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And make her do things that she never,
Never
supposed
fi
to do, you know.
yeah,
And when
so
she carry
it's
back to Adam say, what? I never know my thing can stand up. Yeah, that go on, you know. That go on, you know. 'Cause Adam never know nothing. He never know, you know.
Yeah, Adam, but
Never know
Satan. Yeah, so Satan is powerful.
I'm the teacher. And at the same time, now we look at the story of Satan. Satan never telling people a lie yet, you know. Satan never telling people a lie yet.